It may seem like a crowded kitchen here, but that is the point with the hands-on cook-off contest. David Hawksworth is here, as is Liam the Little Locavore. He is a food blogger, and this is all just about getting more people in the kitchen, getting their hands dirty, and making a delicious meal.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you very much for coming in this morning.
Good morning.
What are we making today?
Well, this is a family-style dinner, so this is something that you can somewhat simple to put together and serve just in one pot here. So we've got some roasted chicken thighs, we've made some gnocchi, we have wild mushrooms, and Liam's just going to make a chimichurri.
Delicious. So Liam, tell us about your cooking past.
I started cooking when I was 8. My parents had recently taken away television, so I was bored.
Very smart parent.
Yes, I was bored at the time, and I needed something to do. So I started cooking. We lived in Ontario at the time, but then we since moved to Alberta, and that's where I started my food blog. But then we moved to Vancouver, and I've just started going around to restaurants and meeting a lot of food people. It's just been a super amazing experience.
Well, you're pretty lucky to be with David Hawksworth as well.
Liam, do you remember your first dish?
I don't know if I can call it a dish, but when I was 8, I had a strange obsession with grilled zucchini.
Okay, okay. What's your favorite thing to make now?
My favorite thing to make now, it changes as I learn, but I think right now it's okonomiyaki. It's sort of a savory Japanese pancake, so very
And
delicious.
how do you feel when you do end up making such an incredible dish, and you're only 12 right now, and then all this, obviously your parents react to it. Like, what does cooking actually do for you at such a young age?
It's definitely very exciting. I think my parents do like that I'm cooking. It's a great thing to do at my age, and so, I think it's just...
You cook every day?
I try to as much as I can. I cook with my parents.
Your mom is so lucky.
I do cook with my parents a lot, too, so they help out in the kitchen.
Who does the cleaning?
And David, that's sort of the point of all of this too, right? It's to really get the young ones involved in the kitchen. You're obviously used to making such fine cuisine, beautiful dishes, but how important was it for you to get involved in something like this and encouraging parents to bring the young ones into the kitchen?
Well, the more people that appreciate good food is better for all of us in the restaurant world. There's very few things that the whole family can do something together, and this is a great initiative. I think it's.
But how important do you think it is for kids? I mean, I remember cooking with my mom, but you're right. Over the years, we've sort of lost that. The parents sort of just do it, or the busy schedules that we have. But how important do you think that is?
Well, I mean, Liam one day is going to hopefully go to university and stuff like that, and he's going to need a recipe. File to go with them, and he's going to need to cook for himself. So it's super important. You're eating food all the time. I do, and it greatly improves your day if you've got great food around you, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
Right.
What's going into this chimichurri sauce?
So the chimichurri just has garlic, Thai chili, shallots, cilantro and parsley, and just a sprinkle of salt. What
makes the mortar and pestle a useful tool here? Because I think a lot of people would just stick this in a blender or a food processor.
You get a slightly different texture with it, and so and you get a bit of a workout at the same time. And so you end up appreciating what you've got. This is less used over here in North America, but over in Asia and India and stuff like that, it's everybody's got one of these and they're working it the whole time. Your end product is going to be something like this, right? So we put a little bit of vinegar inside, we put a little bit of olive oil, and we just get a really great tasting chimichurri, which is fantastic with fish, chicken, beef. Highly recommended.
And how long can it sit in the refrigerator once you make a big
batch? You can have that
batch
for a
of
week,
it?
at least, yeah.
Are these figs that you've put in here? Is it what are?
No, so we've got some wild mushrooms.
Okay.
So we got some king mushrooms here, which are domesticated mushroom, and we've got morels.
Yum.
Right. And then we've made some gnocchi
Fancy
here.
but easy. I like this. There's still some fanciness in this. I love it.
And so you are cooking this gnocchi in a pan as opposed to boiling it, which we've seen.
We've already boiled it once. So what we'll do is, so I just sometimes like to put a little bit of color onto them. They taste fantastic when you've got just a little bit of caramelization.
Do you put it in the pan just to give it like a crispiness to
it? Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Perfect.
And then what we can do is put the chimichurri
Smells
on
amazing.
there. Liam, if you want to grab that asparagus. So just a little bit earlier, what we did was took a nice big thick piece of asparagus. Yeah, and there's some good residual heat on that.
How does it feel to be working right alongside a award-winning chef?
It feels pretty amazing. I've definitely got a lot to learn, and so this is a really good experience
Now,
for me.
and since you've already had such a head start into this, where do you, I'm guessing you probably already have a bit of a plan when you graduate. What do you think?
I definitely want to be a chef when I'm older.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure restaurant or not. I haven't really decided yet, but I know I'm definitely going to be a chef.
Will you let us know when you open up your restaurant?
Definitely.
Because we'll come.
Well,
Okay.
then we'll have you back to make something. We want to tell people about this contest. Until May 15th, any BC resident can enter the hands-on cook-off contest. Grab a friend or relative, create a home video cooking show up to 3 minutes long. Videos must include 2 or more people preparing a recipe together and having fun. There's more than $4,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Go to globalnews.ca/contest to submit your entry. This recipe will also be on our website. Simply type in recipe in the search bar. Thank you very much both for being here. We want to sample this.
Can't wait.
We're just going to throw it to break, and Susie Patrick is in Global One this morning, keeping an eye on traffic.